Good morning, Don't Unfriend Me Nation. My name is Matthew Spear. I'm the host of Don't Unfriend Me. I always get these emails from friends, and most of them I don't read. But there's a guy named Mike who always sends me stuff, and I adore the guy. So I got an email this morning, and I saw it. It was about SNL. Now, I remember the days of SNL. Jim Belushi, Bill Murray, Chevy Chase, Gilda Radner. You go to Phil Hartman. Even Tina Fey was great on the news desk. Dennis Miller, somebody who didn't work out as Monday Night Football because he's too smart and talked over the heads of his audience. And people were just like, what the heck is this guy talking about? Who knows anything about French philosophy or the Roman Empire or, molecular fusion? But this guy was an incredible brain. And there were so many great talents on SNL that somewhere it just became this woke liberal mouthpiece, and as most stuff that came out of NBC and Comcast is the same. But he doesn't share stuff unless it's funny, and I'm interested to find out. I have not watched it yet. I just saw the title, Am I Republican or Not? And I thought we would give it a shot and watch it together. Try something new. Hang tight. Let's go through it together, and you can let me know what you think. You may hate it. You may love it. But we'll figure it out together. Here it is. 5 minutes, so it's probably going to be a 15-minute video because I will have commentary for sure. Let's watch it together.
Time to play Republican or Not with your host, Benson Dubois.
Thanks. I'm not a big fan of this guy, but, we'll see.
Hello and welcome to the show. The game is simple. We're going to meet some people.
I like that he has a red, white, and blue tie. It's good. Very well done. Very polished.
And our contestants have to guess whether they're Republican or not. Seems easy, right? Hello, contestants.
Hi, Benson. I'm Jim Lee, and honestly, this game seems pretty straightforward, so I think I got this.
I'll bet you do. And how about you?
Hello, Benson. I'm Michelle Flynn. I grew up in Ohio, so I've been playing this game my whole life. Kind of an expert.
Sure you are. All right, let's get started. Let's bring out our first guest. This is Brady.
See, the first thing I'm thinking is like, oh man, this is going to be so one-sided. It's all going to be about the Klan and all this other stuff. Because, this is SNL. But they could have a lot of fun with this, right? I mean, they could kind of make fun of both sides. Let's hope. They already are starting. You have an Asian guy and a black person up there. And, I'm sorry. I just think it's kind of funny so far, the group that they have. And then you've got a guy in a flannel who kind of looks like he would be from the Midwest, but also has that dorky look. And I have a feeling that's what they're going to do is make it extremely confusing. I'm sorry to interrupt.
Now, he's going to make a few statements. Ring in as soon as you're ready to guess, Republican or not. All right, Brady, give us our first clue.
I think Facebook is evil.
Oh, wow. Because they're spreading disinformation or because they banned Donald Trump?
Not so easy, is it?
Maybe we need another hint.
I would say you do.
I buy all my produce straight from a farm.
Because you want to or because you have to?
I don't know, Miss Ohio. You the expert. Keep going, Brady.
I respect pro athletes who stand up for their beliefs.
This is good. This is like the post that I just did with Megan Rapinoe. I think I have an idea where they're going to go with this.
Which athletes?
And which beliefs?
Who knows? Could be her or him. No guesses? Okay, then. Give them their last clue, Brady.
God, I hate cops.
Okay, he is not a Republican.
Oh.
Yeah, lately. I mean, it kind of seems that there's this turn on the thin blue line. I've heard a lot of people talking about, anyone who supports the thin blue is bootlicker and going after the Department of Justice, FBI, and everything else. Remember, it used to be that the rank and file were just amazing Americans, but it's the administration, it's the people in charge in the FBI who are horrible. I guess it kind of goes both ways. And then, of course, you've got defund the police. You've got the Democrats decreeing that the police needs reform, that they're shooting unarmed black people, which is a complete, ostensibly a lie. 13 to 17 on average over the last 10 years. Still horrible, but let's be honest. I mean, you probably have more people dying from hammer strikes in vehicles that get rear-ended than you do people being shot by the police who are unarmed. But let's go ahead and keep going.
Sorry, so close, but no. Brady is indeed a Republican.
But he said he hates cops.
Yes, but he was talking about these cops. Better luck next round. Let's meet our second guest, Lacey.
Liberal.
Lacey came here from Manhattan.
New York City or Kansas?
I can't say. Stop the clock.
On Twitter, my pinned tweet is my
It's definitely New York.
body, my choice.
Okay, that's a trick. She's talking about vaccines, right?
Oh, if we only knew. Another hint, Lacey.
I support Caitlyn Jenner.
In what way? Politically?
Y'all doing great. Doing great.
Give us another clue.
Okay, my favorite comic is Dave Chappelle.
Starting when?
Right. Before or after his Netflix specials. See, this is great. See, this is what comedy should be about. And they could have just put, am I a Democrat? And this also would have played. This shows the hypocrisy. This is what I try to point out in the show. I see why you sent it to me. This is what it should be. It should be balanced. It should show how stupid both parties are. It doesn't matter if it's a song. It doesn't matter if it's rice. There are just so many contradictions with making blanket statements, because unfortunately, when you categorically deny something as racist or sexist or homophobic or whatever, you then go ahead and paint that with everything that falls under that category. So it's hilarious here that they're showing that dichotomy, those lines of delineation between you can look at it this way or look at it this way, and depending upon your political disposition, whether you're in favor or against. And that should be an alarm bell for most people to say, wait a second, this is why I didn't jump on the Bud Light boycott. I didn't jump on the let's go ahead and cancel Target, although I reported on it, although I don't appreciate those things in any way, shape, or form. I don't think that, women deserve to be treated that way and have any company support a man pretending to be a woman. And I also don't think our kids should have, sexualization at that age be forced down their throats in any way, whether it be the nuclear family or the white picket fence or the matriarch and patriarch or the lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender lifestyle. But you have to be careful, because once you make, this is the way it's going to be, I have to be offended by this. You have to be offended by everything. And if you're not, you're a hypocrite. And this does a good job of pointing that out.
That's my job. All right, give them another one.
Last month, I went to a board meeting and complained about a book being taught in my daughter's school.
Okay, I definitely know that one. She's a Republican.
To Kill a Mockingbird, right? That's the first book that comes to mind. Democrats banned it in California. Democrats have banned plenty of books. They don't necessarily agree with certain writings because whether it be there's racial implication or sexual implications or what they consider to be hate crimes or hate words towards people. What about the Bible? It's another one. I mean, obviously most Republicans can scream up. I know we're aligning with the video here, and I'm pretty confident that's what's going to pop up. But if you're paying attention, you recognize these things. You see it. And if you step back for a second and get away from political ideology and just look at it like a human being, you know what they're talking about. You know that you've been a hypocrite on some things. I know I have. And it's important to, take a second and try to stand up on the desk, the proverbial desk, so to speak, like in Dead Poet Society, and take a look at the world in a different angle. I think this does a great job of doing that.
No, sorry.
What? She was complaining about a book in her kid's school.
That's right. And that book, the Bible.
All right, I did not watch this. I just spent a lot of time on this crap, but it's a great point. Now, the difference between a book like To Kill a Mockingbird or 1984 or whatever it would be that people decide to ban are very different than literary works. In the Bible, there are some reasons why, obviously, when it comes to separation of church and state and public schools and the melting pot society that we are, that a lot of people believe that religion should not be taught in schools, and some people believe it should be, and that's the argument. But if we go ahead and say, well, the Bible has a lot in it that has nothing to do with literary works, it's a prescription to religion. It really is opens up doors to ideological beliefs. Well, so do books on sexualization. So do books that are showing pedophilia with 13-year-olds and 30-year-old gardeners. And kids performing fellatio on each other, which are absolutely in schools, and they're trying to put it in libraries. I mean, we fought this with LCPS in Fairfax, Virginia, and a lot of parents were called domestic terrorists for it. Once again, literary works are very different. A book like Catcher in the Rye is not some book that talks about fellatio and sexual relationships with children. I'm sorry, there's a very big difference. However, you can see the hypocrisy coming from one side and the other.
All right, before we bring out our next guest, let's hear about today's sponsors. Jimmy!
Republican or Not is sponsored by the city of Orlando, where Democrats visit and Republicans live. Orlando. Back to you, Benson.
Yeah, completely red. 27 out of 29 districts are red, so that'll be great in 2024.
Thank you, Jimmy. All right,
Thanks, Ron
let's
DeSantis.
bring out our next guest, Liz.
Good afternoon.
Liz Cheney.
What, is that? I feel like I recognize her.
She's Democrat.
Maybe you do.
She's a rhino.
I'm a congresswoman from Wyoming. I'm endorsed by
She's got her voice down
the
perfect.
NRA and have an 80% rating from the American Conservative Union.
And voted 93% with conservatives, which is one of the highest of all ratings, which is interesting. So, and with Donald Trump. So if you go back and look at Liz Cheney, she looks like an avid Trump supporter. She's 93% with all Republicans while he was president of the United States. So you wonder, people call her a rhino, but it's because she went after Donald Trump, obviously. So Republican or not, what makes you a Republican? Is it your support for Donald Trump, or is it your voting record? Is it your beliefs, or is it some sort of stance you take that people don't agree with? It's an interesting question. I despise Liz Cheney. I think she's a horrible person, but I got to look at her voting record and said if most people voted like her, well, Obamacare would be overturned. If we looked at, some of the infrastructure bills that needed to be passed or border wall, if people voted like her, we might have a different result. So is she a rhino? I don't know. Let's find out.
Nobody wants to ring in?
Yeah, I really want to. It seems so obvious, but this game is weird.
My name is Liz Cheney. I'm the daughter of Vice President Dick Cheney.
She's the daughter of Dick Cheney.
Hey, y'all are being real tricky here, aren't you?
I'm a Republican.
Republican. She just said she's a Republican.
No, sorry. Again, that is wrong.
What? How?
The Wyoming Republican Party actually voted Representative Cheney out this week for opposing Donald Trump.
But I am a Republican.
You might tell everybody that, but it's not what other Republicans say. Like it or not, you are the Rachel Dolezal of the Republican Party.
Oh my
Well,
gosh.
I don't care. I've been fighting for Republican values all my life.
Oh, that is so cute. We will see you on MSNBC in about a week. Let's
good.
take it back. We'll find out if these camouflage pants are Republican or not.
Oh, who's wearing them? A guy playing paintball or Rihanna?
You still don't get it.
All right, so I got to be honest. That's funny. That's like the old school SNL. And, just because you see Republican or not, people are immediately, that's the first thing I thought. It was going to be a bash fest on, I'm sorry. Oh, man. I just got a news update on my corner of my screen that you can't see. And Steve Scalise just got diagnosed with blood cancer. You know Steve Scalise is a very popular Republican. Was shot at the baseball softball game for the DC softball game and was hit in the leg and then didn't think he was going to live. That's horrible, man. And this is, if this doesn't capture life, nothing will. I mean, here it is. It's a good morning. I'm laughing. It's funny. You feel like you got a little bit of humor versus the drudgery of just the bad and the constant bad and the timing of this, 11:01 a.m. and Steve Scalise diagnosed with blood cancer. I happen to like Steve Scalise. I think he's one of the last true Republicans left. Truly a very stable, kind human being. And I know he's not dead, but blood cancer is a very serious thing. It's terrible. Let's say a prayer for him, and let's remember that it doesn't always have to be so serious. At least you can have 10 or 15 minutes of laughter and then face something like that. I don't have anything else to say other than that is horrible. We'll pray for his family, and God bless to the Scalise family. Folks, thanks for watching Don't Unfriend Me. You can stop by the Don't Unfriend Me show if you want to at thedumshow.com and follow. If you want to go to the website, you can go to the DUM Show. I don't feel like selling stuff right now. God bless. I will see you Wednesday night with a new live show. Stop by the website, say hello, and thank you for everything you do. Thank you for watching the show. Send Steve Scalise a message. Call his office, whatever you can, just to say you're thinking of him. It is way too bad. Thanks, folks.
I'm David Boreanaz with the Cast of SEAL team, and we have an important message for returning vets.
We want you to know if you're struggling to cope, there's help and it's just a phone call away.
The Veterans Crisis Line is staffed with experienced professionals who know your struggles.
There's no greater sacrifice in service to our country. We're able to enjoy our freedoms because of it.
Your service is important, you are important.
For vets and their families, the Veterans Crisis Line is here to help 24 hours a day. Please call